Imam Sahib, there are the common 6 books of hadith: Sunan, Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Sunan Abu Dawud, Sunan al-Tirmidhi, Sunan al-Nisa'i, and Sunan Ibn Majah. Some people say they put that if it's not in them 6 books, then we don't take the hadith. Are there other hadith sharifs out there from books which are well known in hadith but are not them 6 I've mentioned?
So our answer is very simple. What is the authenticity you got to say that you have to follow only from these 6 ahadith books? Did Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam say that there will be Imam Bukhari, Imam Muslim, Imam Tirmizi, Ibn Majah, Imam Nasai, Imam Abu Dawud? You have to take only their ahadith written. Other than that, you are not supposed to take any ahadith. Ask them to show from the hadith. So they accept those 6 books based on the statement given by the scholars of the hadith, saying that because it has been prepared in such a manner, chapter-wise, the usul has been prepared in such a manner. For that reason, they are regarded as the most authentic. It doesn't mean that the other books of ahadith are not authentic. So the reason for saying that authentic is because it has been made chapter-wise. So our first question to these people is, where is the hadith to say you should follow only these 6 books of ahadith? And the second thing is, those scholars who categorize these books of ahadith as authentic, they also said that Imam Abu Hanifa's Musnad is authentic, Imam Malik's Muwatta is authentic, Imam Muhammad's Muwatta is also authentic. Then why don't you take their statement? So you take one statement from a scholar and you reject the other statement of a scholar. That means you do not fulfill the scholar, you fulfill your own desires, you follow your own desires. So what take it, whatever you don't like, you reject it. This is like the Jews, where Allah Ta'ala states in the Holy Quran, أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْدِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْدِ. You bring iman on some parts of the Quran and you reject the some parts of the Quran. So whatever they feel for their betterment, for their to fulfill their self desires, they take whatever they wish to. So here also they accept the scholars, but they do not accept the rulings given by the scholars. They accept those scholars, but they do not accept the authenticity given by those scholars with regards to the books written by Imam Malik or Imam Muhammad or Imam Azam rahmatullahi alayhi. Even Musnad Imam Ahmad, it has about 26,000 ahadith, and he was such an imam that he had memorized 1 million hadith. He was such a scholar that he had memorized 1 million hadith. So can we say that he was not authentic? How come a person say that they were not authentic? Sayyiduna Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti Shafi'i rahmatullahi alayhi, as per some narrations, he has memorized 500,000 hadith of Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So how can we say they are wrong? And they are such great imam who have done service in the field of ahadith. So these scholars, the muhaddithun, when they have given some rulings with regards to Bukhari and Muslim, they never meant that you should not follow the other books of ahadith. If that is so, then they have to show the evidence that those muhaddithun said that you take only this and you do not take those kitabs.
Jazakallah for that answer. And just to briefly summarize what Hafiz Saab said there, what he said is that those individuals who say that these 6 books of hadith are authentic, they will also say that the books of Imam Abu Hanifa, the Muwatta of Imam Malik are also authentic. But they choose one from their scholars, a saying of the scholars, and they reject another. So what they are in fact doing is they pick and choose according to their desires from the
I'll give you one example. Yeah, I'll give you one example from the Aqidah side. Now, Hafiz ibn Kasir is regarded as a mufassir, and the Wahhabi followers, they follow Hafiz ibn Kasir in tafsir. They also follow Ibn Taymiyyah, and Ibn Taymiyyah is the first person to reject wasila. He is the first person to say that Allah has a physical body. He is the first person to say to travel to Medina Sharif with the intention of visiting Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam is haram. And if you go with that intention, you are not supposed to do the qasr prayer also. You have to pray fully because it is a haram travel. Now, these rulings were given by Ibn Taymiyyah 700 years later. But in the same book of Ibn Taymiyyah, he has said that Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam's wasila is permissible. Even Hafiz ibn Kasir has said that wasila is permissible. Also, Ibn Taymiyyah has said that the dead, the deceased, can listen to your salam. He responds to your salam. Your actions are presented to him in his grave. So now they take one statement of Ibn Taymiyyah, wasila is haram, istighasa is haram, visiting Medina is haram. But where Ibn Taymiyyah said the dead can hear, dead can see your amal, your actions are presented, they don't take that. Likewise, Hafiz ibn Kathir also have narrated this hadith under the verse number 105 of Surah At-Tawbah, وَقُلِ عَمَلُوا فَسَيَرَ اللَّهُ عَمَلَكُمْ وَرَسُولُهُ وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ. Under this verse, all the Mufassirun, including Ibn Kathir, says that your actions are presented towards your relatives in their graves. By seeing your good deeds, they become happy. By seeing your bad deeds, they become sad and they pray for you. Allahumma la tumithum hatta tahdiyahum kama hadaytana. Ya Allah, until you guide them, do not let them die the way you guided us. So from this we understand even Ibn Kathir has this belief that the dead not only can listen, he also can pray. But these people, they follow Ibn Kathir, they follow Ibn Taymiyyah, but they reject this belief. So they take, as you said, pick and choose for whatever, for yourself, for their self-desires.
Jazakallah for the Hafiz Sahab. So Hafiz Sahab's actually given us a few examples of, I'd say, double standards, where they follow this one scholar on certain matters, but then that same scholar will have this view on other matters they don't follow. So they pick and choose. So this seems to be a trend showing, which Hafiz Sahab has told ourselves.